My name is Kenroy. I'm the senior lead for financial instrument at the Greater London Authority. The Greater London Authority, one could describe as the regional government. One of my main responsibility is the development and implementation of financial instruments. I've been doing that job for quite some time now. In fact, this is my third programming period. My involvement is very much in the end-to-end process, working with partners, sort of from, those partners who are coming in to actually provide match funding, like the European Investment Bank, as well as other private investors as well. It's very much a delivery tool. We have actually been doing this since the 2007-13 program. We've had some, very reasonable success with the London Green Fund, which is a £100 million fund that we actually delivered during that period. And we built on that during the 14-20 programming period, and now we've actually created a £500 million fund to tackle low carbon infrastructure. I think there's a huge opportunity for people to start looking away from the traditional SME finance to more how can we actually use these instruments to tackle some of the urban problems that we have. And I'm also part of a recent project called MRA RISE, and they've created a useful blueprint which hopefully people will actually be able to use to develop these urban funds more and more. Events like these provide people a real example of how cities, regions have actually took up the challenge of how can we finance our economic development objectives using FIs, and they provide their experiences of what are the challenges they face, how they've actually addressed those. So it does provide that help and support and guidance for people thinking, yes, this is something we'd want to try, but might find it a little bit difficult. So I think but also, for people like myself who have been actually involved with financial instruments for some time, yes, there's always scope for learning, and this is what this also provides. I remember when I was actually looking to procure a fund manager for our £500 million fund, MEIF. I was grappling with the idea of how I can actually, if needed, top that fund up with additional public resources, but still be compliant with procurement. And there was, a session on how we actually do just that. And I was able to go away from that session to be able to design the procurement process to facilitate that. So it does, provide, that, help and support for people who are not a bit new to it, but also people a little bit more experienced. And probably the final point, is also the social element of it in terms of networking and actually picking up those small details that you probably might not pick up in a presentation.